Hey guys, so this is my first YouTube video. And the first thing I want to go over is something I'm doing in my job. But today I'm going to show you how to set up a network load balancer in AWS. It's pretty easy and straightforward, and so I'm going to pretty much I ran a CloudFormation script to kind of build out the VPC side, but I'm going to manually go through it as well. So I'm going to build out the VPC. And that includes going through the route tables, subnets, the subnet associations. And then I'm going to go through, build out 2 web servers, and then I'm going to build a load balancer to balance the load between those 2 web servers. And yeah, it's a pretty easy setup. So let me get in. I'm already logged into my console here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to VPC. The virtual private cloud, and I have already set up a VPC. I just use a 10.0.0/16. I already set up a 10.0.0/24 block, and why is it way down there? And I've already set up the route table. I set up some network ACL rules. So it's all set up. So I'm going to attach all of this to one server. So now I'm going to build out the other subnet and route table and stuff for the other server. So let's see. Let's create a subnet. Let's choose the VPC. Let's call it public 2. And let's pick 1B. The other one's in 1A. So we're going to do US East 1B. 24. I'm just going to use the next block up, and let's create the subnet. All right, subnet has been created. Let's fill this out. Let's label this public 1, and let's click the 2. Let's make sure they're in the right. So 1's in US1 AZ2 AZ4. Okay, 1B 1A. Perfect. Now let's go to the route table. So you see down here, it's everything local. So let's add the internet gateway to it. Go to routes. I'm under route tables. I chose the route table. Let's edit routes. Add 0.0.0s. And then I'm going to choose internet gateway, my only internet gateway, and save. Close. Let's go to subnet associations. And I want public 2 associated with this one. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else I got to do in here. Cool. I think that's it. So next, let's go to EC2. So we can build out the 2 web servers. I already have an admin instance running. So let's launch instances. I'm just going to choose the Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Easiest to use right now. T2 micro is fine. I only have 1 VPC. So this one I'm going to choose 1A, and the next one I'll choose 1B. I'm going to make sure it auto assigns a public IP, and then everything else I think I can leave. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's skip. Let's go to storage. Storage doesn't matter for this. Tag, let's give it a name. I'm going to call it web server, I'll call it A for the availability zone. And let's select, oh yeah, I already created a security group prior, and it just, you can see down here the inbound rules allowed HTTP, SSH, review and launch. Make sure you review it, make sure you got everything. I am going to create a new pair, call it NLB, Network Load Balancer. Download. And let's launch. And real quickly, I'm going to go through and build the second one. T2 micro. I'm going to choose 1B. It auto selects it usually. Make sure I enable auto public IP. storage. Give it a name tag real quick. Okay. Select the security group. Choose my previous key I made. Okay, both web servers are being created. Oh, the web server A is already done. See, it's pretty quick. Okay. Next is what you came here for, the network load balancer. So, in the EC2 dashboard, down at the bottom left, you see load balancing. I'm going to click on load balancers. And I'm going to go to create load balancer. And then you'll see a couple different types of load balancers. Application, network, gateway, and then the classic. We're choosing the network. I'm going to make a video later on about the application, but for now, I'm going to choose network load balancer. And I'm going to call it, let's just do NLB. Everything's labeled NLB, kind of confusing, but that's fine. Internal facing, not internal facing, internet facing. Make sure it's internet facing. IPv4, listeners, TCP, 80th fine. And then availability zones on here. Make sure you choose the two AZs we made, the two subnets. Okay. Tags doesn't matter. Okay. So we're going to do new target group. Let's just call it NLB TG, target group. And we're targeting the web server instances. So choose instance. TCP 80 is fine. The health checks, TCP is good. And I'm not going to do anything with the advanced health check. And then the registering of the devices. So this is where we choose the servers that I just made. So you're going to choose web server A, web server B. And then make sure you don't click next. Make sure you actually click the add to registered here. And then it's up here, then you're good. So both those servers are going to be the registered targets. Next, go to review and create. So I am going to check them by going to target groups. Click on the target group we created and then go to targets, and then this should be initializing. I think it takes about 5 minutes. Okay, while it's doing that, oh yeah, while it's doing that, let's go, it's going to be unhealthy because they're not set up as web servers yet. So let's go back to instances and let's quickly set both of these servers up. I'm just going to use the built-in SSH tool in Amazon. It's just quicker. So what I did was let's do that again real quick. I'm gonna go web server A first, click connect, and then you have a couple different options here. I'm just gonna use the EC2 instance connect. Press connect. Let's run an update on this real quick. See if there's any updates. Update -y. No updates. Okay, so let's install Apache. And the Apache package is HTTPD. And then once it's set up, now we're going to start the service. Service has been started, and now we want to make sure we automated it to turn on every time on boot. So there we go. And now we can exit that server. Just close out. And let's go set up the web server B now. There's no updates, so let's just go straight into it. All right, let's start the service. And then let's make sure it starts on boot. And we're good. Okay, both are now set up to be web servers. So let's go back to target groups. And it still says initializing. 1 sec. Just give it a sec here. Let's actually, I'm going to go load balancers and get the DNS name. Let's go to it real quick. So I had to give it a couple minutes, and I rebooted the servers, and now they both come up as healthy. And I'm under load balancing, target groups, and then targets. So both the load balancing targets are both healthy. And I could check this by going to load balancers, go into the DNS name, and let's just go to it. Give it a sec. It already loaded here. Server not found. Interesting. There we go. I don't know what the heck just happened. So now, when you do it, it's loading. And if you want to even go a step further, I'm not going to. You could kind of mess with both servers and mess with the HTML file. And you could put server 1, server 2. So every time you go to it, you can see where it sends you to. It should be kind of like a round robin. Or every time you reload it, it'll send you to server 1 or server 2. So that's setting up a network load balancer. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Yeah, so if you like the video, want me to make more, let me know. I think I'm going to be just making anywhere from beginner to advanced stuff in Amazon, you know, to help myself learn. And my goal is really to learn AWS and anything Linux related. Thanks. See you guys.